welcome to my initial impressions of the Altra Timp 2. Roll the beauty shots. Altra is one of those foot-shaped shoes. We've had them at our store for a while, and we've seen the Timp 1, the Timp 1.5, but we never actually put it into our lineup of shoes at the store. When we saw the Timp 2, things changed. Timp is the softer, more cushioned version of the Lone Peak, and while the old Timp was really great, the new version has made it more versatile and more a shoe that can handle almost anything you throw at it. What are the differences between the old Timp and the new Timp 2? First of all, that's a whole lot. And it's actually so much that a lot of the old Timp 1 and 1.5 fans are really disliking the shoe. There's a new upper that's a little bit more narrow, especially here around the midfoot. There's a new Quantic midsole, which you can also find in the Torrent plush. And there's a new, less grippy outsole, which I kind of like because it makes this shoe a little bit different from the Lone Peak and makes it more of a diverse lineup for ultras. I've been curious about this shoe for a long time, and I actually had a lot of plans going to Norway, doing some mountain marathons, and this was the shoe I was doing it with. But then Corona came and all my plans were shattered, and I'm not sure I can get to Norway this summer, so my plans were a little bit, it kind of bummed me out that I couldn't go there, and I stopped thinking about the shoe. So I did a lot of different shoes, and then I sort of figured out that maybe I can just go around Denmark. So I'm going out of my way a little bit this summer to try and find some places where I can actually test this shoe out and see what it's made of. I'm just done with my first run. It was a 10K at 5 minutes per kilometer pace. That's roughly 8 minutes per mile pace, I think. And I tried to find all kind of different terrain. So I ran asphalt, I ran gravel, I ran forest paths. I could not find mud because it's not a lot of mud right now. It's a little bit dry, and there is no doubt that I like this shoe so far. I feel like I have to get used to the zero drop a little bit, but that's mainly because I'm used to running in shoes from 4 to 12 millimeters. And in this first run, I just felt a little bit sore in my calf, my ankles, but I'm getting used to that in a couple of weeks. So it doesn't matter, it's just like breaking in a new shoe. Because of the lower drop and the amount of foam, I had to do a couple of Ks trying to get used to how to run in this shoe, and it took me 1 to 2 kilometers before I actually started getting it going. And once I hit like the forest trails, then I really started having fun. I sort of at once started dreaming of Norway, dreaming of mountains and hills, and that's a good thing, isn't it? The 29mm stack height and the Quantic midsole is really bouncy and gives a soft ride. Once I hit the trails, the indigenous movement of my ancestors were like, they took over my body, and it just felt completely natural to run in. I went a little bit more on the toes, which I could change more direction with, and I had fun. I was flying. I forgot about space and time and pace and whatever. I was just a part of the nature, and I was laughing all the way. Once I got off the trails, this shoe didn't have that magic, but it still felt really, really nice to run in. The fit, as I said earlier, is a little bit narrow here, and for you guys who have bunions, this might be an issue around this part. For me, it actually fit really nice. I just had to loosen up the laces a little bit, and it felt really good on. It's like Altra is trying to get a little bit more mainstream while still holding their foot-shaped shape in this shoe. So it's closer to the other types of mainstream shoes, but still more space in the forefoot. So overall, I really enjoyed my first run in this shoe. The Quantic midsole felt really nice, and I can't wait to see how it actually performs in the next weeks when I try different types of terrain and I try to throw everything at it. If you have any questions about the Timp 2, write to me in the comments down below. I will either try to answer them on the fly, or I will try to put them into my review, which is scheduled for a couple of weeks. If you want to support me, then you can get something back in return. Go on to my website, triathlonlars.com, and buy these awesome socks that I helped design. I just opened up for US on my store, so it shouldn't be any problem if you want to try out and support me at the same time. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like running shoe related content, then please consider subscribing. If you have any friends or family that might be interested in this shoe, feel free to share it on all your social media platforms. Anyways, have a great day, have a fantastic run, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!